everyone, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to use the scheduler tool. It's a great tool in that it allows you to schedule your feed posts as well as your stories. It's also great in that you can repost content that you've previously scheduled with the platform and reuse it, or you can also repost content from other people's accounts, which is also a really cool feature. You can do that for their feed posts as well as their stories. So I'm going to get into that right now how to do all of those things. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do here is click the schedule button. This is bright green button here. And once you do that, you're going to have a drop down menu. You can select between your feed post or your story. So we're just going to go ahead here and click feed. And once you do that, you can drag and drop your image, or you can select the blue link here, and it's going to pull up, your desktop or wherever you may have the image. Right here, it's on the desktop. We have a cool photo of McLaren. Once you do that, you hit open, and then from here you can actually tag people to the photo. Very simple process. So hit the tag people button, and then you tap the photo to where that person or wherever that product may be. You click that, and it's going to ask who is this, and then you search for the user right here in the search bar. And we're just going to type in McLaren, and it's going to load and populate all of the users who have that name. And boom, voila, you just tag McLaren, as you can see there, and you hit done. Simple. And then once you do that, you can add a node, you can zoom in and do many different things, rotate it. But for now, we're just going to hit save, and it's going to save the photo with that tagged user. And then from here, you can enter, your caption. So you can enter 2020 McLaren concept car, very cool. And then from here, after that, you can search for different hashtags, and it's going to post it as a comment as opposed to posting it in the caption. So your caption stays nice and beautiful and doesn't look spammed out with different hashtags. So you want to hit search hashtags, and then let's say you want to do cool cars, as a hashtag. And what it's going to do here, it's going to populate a number of different hashtags that are associated with that hashtag that you've just entered. So as you can see here, we have cool cars club, cool cars of Balkan, and you can see the different numeric values associated with each hashtag. That's basically telling you the number of posts that are associated with that hashtag. So when you're trying to grow your Instagram account, you may want to go for something a bit on the lower end, where you don't have to necessarily compete with a number of different people for that hashtag. So let's say we want to put cool cars of California, cool cars for days, cool car spots, anything that is associated and similar to that post. We're going to get the right audience to see that post. And as you can see here, each one has, lower than 3,000 posts. So that means you're more likely to be viewed. When someone clicks on that, you're not competing with millions of different people. So let's hit add tags, and it's going to add those tags in there for you. Can add, up to 25 different hashtags, which is really cool as well. And you can also add the location. If you're somewhere in the Bahamas and you want to tag that you're in the Bahamas, you can do that. Very simple. And then you can also post it immediately, or you have the option here to select the date. So let's say today is the 21st of February. We can change the time to, let's say, 12:50 p.m. and it's going to post that for us at 12:50 p.m. It's great in that you can also post it as a story as well. So it's going to take that post and create it into a story and post it as well as on your feed as well as your story. So you just using the content more than once in different areas, and it's becoming highly effective for you for your growth. And the next feature here is that you can delete the post after a period of time. This is great for businesses or influencers who only want to have their post up for a specific time period, because after a while it is no longer valid or makes any sense to have it up. So let's say you want to have it after 3, and you can choose between hours, days, or weeks. So let's say you want to have it up for 3 weeks, and after that, the platform will delete it for you. You don't have to worry about going back and doing it manually. So that's great. Everything's automated there, and it's it's also great that if you have a number of different accounts, you can post on a number of different accounts at once with this one post. So as you can see here, we have a number of different ones here, and you can click each one that you want to post that post on, and it's going to do it for you. So you don't have to go one by one and schedule it or post it, making your life way easier. And then the final feature is that you can connect the post to an external URL. This is great in that you have a product or a website or a blog post that you want to connect that URL to this post, and you can seamlessly do that here. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to take that post and add it to a bio link, which is a big feature I'm going to talk about later. So stay tuned for that in later video. So basically, it's just taking that post, adding a link to it, and putting it in a link format in your bio. And once you click that bio link, it's going to pull up a different number of posts, how many you have in there. And each one is going to have a link associated with it. So that way, you can make your account shoppable, clickable, the whole shebang. So again, stay tuned for that. That's a big feature I'm going to talk about later. But for now, we're just going to schedule this post. And voila, you have your post scheduled. So you can also do that for your stories. So let's say we want to schedule a story. Go through that same process, but hit story, and you can upload your photo. So let's upload the McLaren again. And then you can also, you can add a number of different things here. You can add emojis, you can add your location, you can add people you want to mention, specific hashtags, text, very simple, very clean way of doing it. You can, once you do that, you hit save, and it'll save it for you. And the process is very much the same here in terms of the dates, the times, posting it on different pages, and adding a link to it. So very much the same exact thing. The only difference is that there's a story editor as opposed to a post editor. We're going to schedule that story. And that story has been scheduled. Very simple. But next, I'm going to go into how to repost. So once we hit repost, you can actually have the option to repost feed or story. So we're just going to do a feed real quick. It's very much the same thing as a story. And then once you're here, you can repost content from different hashtags, different locations, different URLs. So if, let's say, you have the specific post URL that you want to repost that content, you can just drop it in there, and it'll repost it for you. Or you can go by username. So let's go by hashtag. Let's go by cars, and hit show posts, and it's going to populate a number of different posts related to cars. There's so many here, so it's going to possibly take some time to load here. But this is very powerful. So boom, right there we have a number of different posts related to cars. And what you want to do here is, once you find one that you like, either it's a video or an image, you're going to want to hit repost. And what's great about that is it's going to add the content right there for you. Hit save, unless you want to edit it, but we're just going to hit save. We're happy with it. And then here it's already added the caption. And what's great is that it's actually going to say repost via classic G where. So that's actually the original content holder. You don't have to worry about stealing content. The platform will actually, give the content creator credit. You're the curator, they're the creator. So, you're giving them full credit and just reusing that content. If you feel like it applies to your page and people from your audience will benefit from seeing it on your account, you can easily do that. These guys here have actually added the hashtags to their caption, but if you really wanted to, you can take that, cut and paste it, and add it to here below in the comment section, and have it taken away from your caption, so it's not looking like it's all spammy. Do as you please. And then easily from here on, you can add the location if you want, and all of the similar things we talked about prior. Very simple process. And what you want to do is hit schedule post, and boom, you've scheduled content. You can easily do it for more things here if you wanted to, but we're happy with that one now. And let's say, boom, you have those 2 pieces of content scheduled, and they'll do everything based on the parameters you said. We also have that story scheduled, so very easy process. And it's a lot of time saved on your hands, and you're always adding content to your page, and you're tuning your growth process. And that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how to automate contests and giveaways for your Instagram page. That way you don't have to go and do it manually, hand out rewards. All seamless process. So stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for watching.